Hello and welcome. My name is Mark. This is Riffle, Shuffle, and Roll. And today I'm going to be teaching you a new game from Riffle, Shuffle, and Roll called Hoffer. If it's your first time visiting the channel, be sure to hit subscribe and the bell so you're notified about new games every week. Hoffer is a precision bidding trick-taking card game for 2 to 4 players. In this game, players are trying to bid as accurately as possible on how many tricks they think they're going to capture. But it won't be easy. Each round, a different hand size is dealt. There are bowers that jump rank, just like in euchre. And there are 2 special cards, a low joker that always loses the trick, and a high joker that always wins the trick. Bidding occurs simultaneously, so players will not have any more information than the cards that are in their hand. The game will move up and down the river with hand sizes increasing and then going back down to a single card for the final round. Whoever has the highest score at the end of the game wins. All right, let's dive in and learn how to play. In order to play Hoffer, you're going to need 2 very different looking decks of cards, and we're going to be cutting both of those down so that they're smaller, and a way to keep score. A piece of paper and a pencil will work just fine for keeping score, but I'm going to go ahead and use the MTG Life Counter app. For the game deck, you are going to cut down a standard deck of cards to 26. So you will need 9 through ace in each suit, and you will need 2 jokers. The jokers need to look different from each other. So here we have a color joker and a non-color joker. The bidding deck is cut down to aces through 8s in each of the 4 suits. Each player will be given their own suit, and these cards will be used for bidding. So cards will be revealed simultaneously. So an ace would be a bid of 1 all the way up through 8. That's the most amount of tricks possible. And if a player wants to bid 0, they will simply keep their card face down when bids are revealed. An alternative to using a second deck is just to use your hands and on the count of 3 to reveal your bid at the same time. Hoffer uses the bower system from euchre. Typically, 9s are low and aces are high, but when a suit is called trump, the ranking structure changes just a little bit. If spades were to be called trump for the round, the jack of spades would jump right up to the top of the ranking structure, and it pulls along with it the same colored jack. So now the jack of spades is the highest ranking card in that suit. The jack of clubs is the next highest ranking card. This is called the right bower and the left bower, respectively. Now, when compared to the trump suit, or any other suit for that matter during the round, the non-colored joker is always the lowest card. Whenever a non-colored joker is played to the trick, it will lose the trick, and it is not part of any suit. The colored joker is the highest card in the deck. It is also not part of any suit, and it will always win the trick. So no matter what card is played to the trick, the colored joker always wins. The jokers also have sort of a special power. If a player has a joker in their hand, they can play it at any time. They do not have to follow suit like you normally would. So if spades was led to the trick and a player had a spade in their hand, they could play their joker instead. Sometimes the dealer might call no trump for the round. This means that aces are high in every suit and the jacks stay right in their usual spot. And again, the non-colored joker will always lose the trick and the colored joker will always win the trick. To set up for the game, determine the dealer, and you will begin by dealing 1 card to each player. Each round will have a different number of cards for the hand. We'll start at 1 and then move our way up to the max capacity for the deck. For a 3-player game, it is 8 cards. And then you will move back down the river to a hand size of 1 to finish off the game. After the cards are dealt, the rest of them are placed off to the side and they are not used. Each player should also be given their bidding cards for the game. Now that the hand for the round has been dealt, the bidding round can begin. The dealer, which we'll say is here at the bottom of the screen, begins by calling a trump suit. They can choose from any one of the 4 suits, or they may say no trump. So here, the player having a king thinks they'll do pretty good if they call clubs as trump. So that's what they say. They call clubs for trump. After trump has been declared, each player looks at their hand and then determines what their bid will be. Simultaneously, each player reveals their bid. Player left of dealer will lead the first trick, so they play out their 10 of spades. This is a must-follow game, so when players get bigger hands, they will begin to have to follow suit if they can. Of course, the joker allows them to break that rule, but here it doesn't matter because there's only 1 card per hand. Each player plays their card. We see, much to the chagrin of the dealer, that the joker wins the trick, so player 2 has met their bid. When all of the tricks have been played for the round, it's time to tally up your score. In Hoffer, when a player bids 1 or more and they meet their bid exactly, they earn 10 points plus the number of their bid. If a player bids 0 and captures 0 tricks, they earn 10 points. If a player captures fewer tricks than their bid, they earn 1 point per trick. If they capture more tricks than their bid, they earn 1 point for each trick past their bid. And if a player bids 0 and captures even just 1 trick, they earn 0 points. So for our first round, the dealer bid 1 and failed to capture the 1 trick, so their score remains at 0. Player 1 has bid 0 and they captured 0 tricks, so they get 10 points for the round. Player 2 bid 1 and captured 1, so they get 11 points. After the score has been tallied, collect all of the cards and deal passes left. Here in round 2, the deal passed left and each player was given 2 cards. The dealer calls diamonds as trump. Simultaneously, each player reveals their bid. So our dealer has bid 2, player 2 has bid 1, and player 3 has bid 0. Player left of the dealer leads the first trick. They lead out the queen of spades. Now, following players must follow suit if they can. Again, if they have the joker, they can play that whenever they want. Our player here at the bottom of the screen does not have any spades, so they may play any card. And they're going to go ahead and play out their king of hearts. Play passes, and the dealer is going to go ahead and trump the trick. They couldn't play a spade, so they were allowed to play a trump card. The jack of diamonds, which is the highest ranking diamond for the round, takes the trick. Trick winner leads out the next trick. And here, the ace of diamonds takes the trick because it is part of the trump suit. So our dealer bid 2 and they only captured 1, so they get 1 point. Player 2 bid 1 and captured 1, so they get 11 points. And player 3 bid 0, they captured 0, so they get 10 points. Collect the cards and play the next round. 11 plus 11 is 22. You will continue playing rounds with hand sizes increasing until you get all the way up the river. Now, here in a 3-player game, you will go up to an 8-card hand. In a 4-player game, you will go up to a 6-card hand. In both of those player counts, you will have 2 cards left over at the top of the river. Now, in a 2-player game, I recommend only going up to a hand size of 8 and then going back down the river. So from this point, we'll go to a hand size of 7, then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And once players are done with the final round, it'll be time to tally up the score one more time. Whoever has the most points at the end of the final round wins the game. If there is a tie at the end of the final round, you will go back up the river. So you will play another hand, with each player being dealt 2 cards. If there's still a tie, go to the next round with 3. Play until you have a winner. And that's how to play Hoffer. So rules are available for download at riffleshuffleandroll.com. They are free. You can either just look at them on your screen or print them off. I hope you enjoy it. Be sure to let me know if you do down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep on playing.